So as said, these are the course objectives for today. Let's continue. Okay. So we have this data which we have been working with, right? So let's take it afresh. Now, as already explained, we have the basic salaries, allowances, gross, tax, net, net plus bonus. This is the bonus. Okay. So here, to get let's compute this again. To get the net, we simply say equals gross minus tax. Okay, and then we can copy that down as usual. This is relative addressing. Okay, like we can see, we see it keeps updating. This is C3 minus D3 to update the next one to C4 minus D4. It just updates to the current rule. Okay, as usual. Now, this is relative addressing, which you already know about. Now, let's look at the next one, absolute addressing. If we want to add this bonus, for example, to net for each of the staff, we're going to say equals, we click on the net plus the bonus. If we simply just do that and copy down, you see it is not going to be correct because it's going to use relative addressing. For the first bonus, it says E3 plus H3. The second bonus, it says E3, E4 plus H4, and there's nothing in H4. For this one, it says E6 plus H6, and there's nothing in H6. So that's why these are not correct. Okay, because we know that 168 plus 20 is not 168. What it actually did is added this 168, 300 plus 0. There's nothing here. That's why you see we are getting the same figures here. But this one is correct because this is where the original formula was typed. Okay, so now, how do we solve this problem? To solve this problem, that brings us to what we call absolute addressing. Okay. Now, if I highlight this, because I want this to be fixed, I don't want it to be updated. If I highlight that and I press the F4 function key, it turns it to an absolute address by just adding $sign to the column label, column letter, and $sign, prefixing the column letter with $sign, and prefixing the row number also with the $sign. So if I do that, then you see it's going to work because for the first one, it picks E3 plus H3. For the second one, it picks E3, E4 rather, but it doesn't update the H3 to H4. It leaves it as H3 because I have used these $signs there, right? Here, the same thing, it picks E5, but still picks H3, and so on. So this is how you fix it. Fix the address of a cell so that it's not updated. When you do this, we say you are using absolute addressing. It's absolute addressing. Okay. So that's absolute addressing. But in this case, I really don't need to use absolute addressing, okay? I really don't used to use full absolute addressing. You can see here, I'm fixing I'm making the row letter absolute and also making the I'm making the column letter absolute and making the row number absolute. But what gets updated here is not the column, but the row. You can see it's moving from column row 3 to row 4 to row 5. So since we plan to copy down, see we are copying down, we are copying across rows. So is the row that actually matters in this case. Okay? Is the row that you need to make absolute, right? So in such a case, if I decide to just say, okay, let me remove the dollar sign. Sorry, it's not this one I'm supposed to remove. Let me remove the dollar sign from the column. It will still work, right? Because what gets updated is the row in this case, because I'm dragging down, I drag down. It's still working, okay? So when you use this method of, you see, this is a mixture now. Mixture of what? The column, the H is relative because I didn't put dollar sign there, while the row is absolute. So this is called mixed addressing. Mixed. Mixture of is a mixture of relative addressing and absolute addressing. Okay, that's mixed addressing. So when you use dollar sign on one out of, on either the row or the column, that will be mixed addressing. But if you use dollar sign on both of them, that is absolute addressing. Is this clear? Now let's assume that this data is here. And on this other page, we want to compute the net and the bonus. Okay, nets and bonus. Don't forget that the net and the bonus, or let's even put the bonus this way. Let's say the bonus is this way. Okay, and this is the, so we want to compute these values. We want to compute the nets and the net plus bonus using the data which is on another sheet entirely. Okay, so that's what we are going to try to do now. Okay, so let's see how that works. To get the net, we are going to say equals what? What's the formula for net, if you remember? Net was what? Gross minus tax, isn't it? Is that right?
Net is minus tax.
Okay. Gross minus tax. So you say equals. Now, don't forget that our gross and tax, they are on another sheet entirely. So you click the referencing, click on your gross, you click minus, and then you click your tax, and then you press enter. See, it has brought the answer. I can see it's the same answer. It has brought the answer this way. And then just copy down. Okay. See, it gives you exactly the same thing. Okay. Then your net is what? Sorry, this one is what? Is okay. This one is what are we looking for here? Well, okay, it's net plus bonus, right? Equals net. Net is right here. Then, but for bonus, bonus is on the other sheet. So you go to referencing, you click on this. Okay. But this time around, you have to add a dollar sign here. Okay. Or you can just do it first. Enter. Okay. It gives you the result here. And double click it here. Then you come here. Put a dollar sign before the row. Enter. Okay. Oh, we didn't get this one plus that. Hope it's not confusing. I hope it's clear. Or let me do it again. You said equals. You click on this. Okay. Plus. You go to referencing. Plus what? Bonus. Click on the bonus. Press enter. See, it's 133. Then you can just add your dollar sign there. Enter. Okay. Copy. Is it correct? So
It's correct.
what we have done now is 3D referencing. 3D referencing. That's what we have done. This 3D, which we did before. This 3D referencing. Why? Because it's not everything that is 3D referencing here. See the 3D referencing, this one. Because this G15, we are getting it from another sheet. This sheet that we call referencing, that's where it's coming from. So the name of the sheet. So to reference another sheet, use the name of the sheet followed by this exclamation mark before the address of the cell. Okay. So whenever you are referencing another sheet like this, that's called 3D referencing. Okay. So these are the ways you can reference cells, or we either call them referencing or addressing. Okay. This is the way you can address cells or reference cells in Microsoft Excel. So I hope it's clear.
It's clear. So.
Okay. I'm not hearing from Marvelous. Is it clear? Is it Marvelous? Who is this other person? Someone else is here. iPhone 3. Abundance, right? Abundance, can you hear me? Abundance, are you there? I hope it's clear. Hope the explanation is clear.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So let's proceed. Let's proceed. Let's look at the other objectives. Well, with the pace we are going, hopefully we'll be able to look at some more functions, such as let me take the first as the len function. Be able to look at the len function. Uh, we finish this quickly enough, then we can look at the transpose. We can look at transpose function. Okay. So let's see if we can complete all this today. But if we don't, then whatever is left, we carry it over to the next class. All right. So let's move on to these character functions and see how, let's see how they work. Okay. So character functions. Character functions. $15. Just count it. Count it yourself.
1, 2, 3.
How many characters are in this Pacetec Academy?
Okay, I think 14.
Plus the space between here. That makes it
Oh,
15.
okay, okay.
Okay, so space is also counted. Okay, so if you do len,
It's 15.
so it will give you 15. Okay, it's telling you that there are 15 characters here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, because space is counted as a character as well. So the length function is used to compute the length of a string. The length of a string. In other words, the number of characters present in that particular um, string, such as words or whatever. Okay. The left function is used to extract characters from the left end of the string. For example, if I say equals left, okay, of, you see, it's asking me to supply the text. The text is this, okay, that's Pacetec Academy. If I do comma, it says number of characters. Let's say I want to extract this Pacetec now, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to extract 7 characters from the left. So it's giving me what? Pacetec. So it has removed this, extracted this Pacetec from this whole thing. Okay. I also use the right function. Right function will extract characters from the right side of a text. So if I say equals right, I pick the text, comma, and let's say I want to extract this academy. How many characters are in academy? Suppose there are 7. Okay. Gives me academy. I can also use the mid function. Okay, mid function extract character from within the text. Okay, let's say I want to extract this ACAD. Okay, I can say equals mid of the first thing I want have to supply the text, which is Pacetec Academy, comma, start number. Where do I want it to start from? I come from the left. I want it to start from character number 9. That's this A here, the A in a card. And how many characters do I want it to extract? 4. A card is 4 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So you're going to give me a card. Okay, that's the mid function. Okay. Then let's say I want to convert this text to small letters. I want to convert it to small letters. Okay. I can use the lower function. The lower function. If I say lower and I click on Pacetec Academy, it's going to convert it to small letters. That's how the lower function works. Let me convert this lower function lowercase to uppercase. That's to capital letters. Then I'll have to use the upper function. I click on this. You see, it's back to lower. That's upper. That's the upper function. Okay. But what if I want to capitalize the first letter, just the first letter of each word? Then I can use the proper case for that. Equals proper. You pick the text, close it. So you see it's going to do, so what the proper case does is it will make the first letter of each word to be in capital letters. That's the proper function. All right, so now let's look at the concatenate function. The concatenate function. Concatenate. Concatenate. To concatenate means to join together, to join. The concatenate function. Okay. Now, to do this, let's use some other. Let's move this to another. Let's move it to the right here. Okay, so this time around, we are going to use something else. Let's say we say first name Let's say John Doe. Okay. Let's say somebody's first name is John and the surname is Doe. Let's say this one is the first name. This one is the surname. Okay. Okay. First name, last name. Okay. So now let's see how the concatenate function will work out here. I can say equals concatenate. I'm trying to put the two together now. Concatenate. Concatenate. You click the first name. Now, if I simply click the first name, comma, and click the last name, and do that, you see, it joins them together, but does that make sense as full name? What is missing here? What's wrong here? What's missing here? What is wrong here? Is it normal to write a full name like this? Can you see my screen? So that's an example of how you can use the concatenate function. You see, you pick the things you want to join, you separate them with commas. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Is it clear, please? Is it clear?
It's listen.
Okay. All right. So that is these are some of the functions. So we'll continue with other functions. So we'll continue with other functions. Okay, but for now, I believe all these are very clear. So in the next session, we'll look at other functions.
Okay, sir. And again,